Hey folks, James and I have been here. It's a Saturday now, early afternoon. We've been shooting videos the whole day, and I haven't eaten since last night. About 5, 6 o'clock? Yes, yeah, about 6 o'clock last night. I had some ribeye steak. So it's been a while. I've been working the whole day. I worked like a dog last night. So it's been a long day, and when we do these videos, they're single takes. It's a long day. We've been here since early this morning. Shooting a batch of videos, and I'm usually okay not eating, but sometimes I just need that little focus, and you'll see me sometimes in the videos just blah blah blahing a little bit. You know, my focus is off. And over the last little while, I've been looking at something to help me to get through these moments through the day. You know, I love my coffee. I'm a big coffee fan, and I still sip and drink on my coffee all the time. However, every now and then, folks will send me products to try, and I've literally every day 7 to 10 different ads come up on my email address of people looking to sell me product or want me to promote product, and I don't do that. But if somebody sends me something, I say, hey, you know what? That's pretty cool. Let me try it. And I'll write to them and say, look, I'm not sure I want to talk about your product, but I'm going to try it. And that's what happened. So I grew up in South Africa where we drank a ton of tea. We were very English system oriented, at least my folks were, and there was always a pot on the kettle with tea, and my mom made rooibos tea, and we had 5 Roses tea all the time, and grew up on tea, and those days with a little bit of sugar and some whole milk, some full cream milk, so straight from the cow. Loved it. And I've gotten away from tea here in America, and I've been drinking more coffee, and I thought, you know what? On these days where I'm going long periods of time without eating, I love my coffee, but I would love to get back to some of that tea. And these guys wrote to me and they said, hey, we'd love it if you promote our product. And I said, maybe not, but let me try it. And they sent me the stuff, and you'll be able to see what they sent me. They sent me a few boxes of their tea. They're called Pique, P-I-Q-U-E. It's pronounced Pique, and they're tea. And of course, they come along with this whole spiel of why they're a wonderful product. But the reality is, when I get these things, I just look to, number one, make sure there's nothing in it that I disagree with. And this stuff is clean. It is absolutely clean. I also pay attention to what might be in it and what they're promoting. And some of their products do have caffeine in it. I like my caffeine during the day, but they also have products that are caffeine free. And then they have something called catechins, which scientifically will support and suppress the hormone called ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone. I don't go down that nonsense pathway. I'm looking for my ketones to do this, but this tea is clean. And what I'm looking for something is as a diversion, as a refreshing thing to help me to fast until late tonight and to keep that fast going. The other thing I also look for is convenience. I'm on the go all the time. My wife's on the go all the time. So as I look at this, I hate tea bags. And in fact, quite frankly, the main reason I don't drink a lot of tea is because you sit there with a tea bag, what the hell do you do with it? So the beauty about this stuff is not only do I like the product, I've tried it, I really like the product. And by the way, you can put a little bit of salt in it. Some of them don't taste so good, but I often put salt in mine. But the first thing is it comes in a little sachet exactly the same as my wife's Crystal Light. So we can carry these around with us. It's a little nothing. It's not a tea bag. It's a powder. And you can open that powder. You can do this anywhere. You can do it in a restaurant for lunch. So you get some water. If you like cold tea, you just get a glass of water. It costs you nothing. You take one of these boys. You put it in there. And it sounds like I'm advertising. This is, yeah, it is an ad, but this is just not what they told me to say. This is just me saying it. So I've put the powder in this little beaker, and they've given me this beaker. There you see it's got a little Pique name on it. And I want about 8 ounces. Now, it's got a little measuring on there, so they sent this to me. The other cool part is if you order this Pique, they will give you some free gadgets and gifts. And this is a pretty cool one. And so that's a little tea stirrer. But you know what's cool about it? It's got a little plug-in over here, and you can plug it into your computer. It's got a what do they call this? A USB connection. So you can plug it into your cell phone. You can plug it into a variety of different things. And there we go. Check this out. And you know what? I'm a little bit like my 2-year-old son. I'm having fun. I'm having fun over here, and I'm mixing this baby up. And that's pretty cool. Now I'm going to switch this thing off. There we go. But this is a free gift that they sent me. And if you order this stuff through them, they told me that they will give you a 12% discount, and if you use our promo code, they will send you a free gift. And if you look in the show notes down the bottom, you use the Dr. Cywes label, but you can get that free gift. And I can tell you, yeah, this stuff looks a bit greenish, but there's no calories in here. 0 calories. And you can put it in a regular teacup. And this is good. This is good. I'll tell you something else. This is good. I've tried a couple of other fasting products, and each one of them sent my blood sugar up because they contain artificial sweeteners. I'm wearing a CGM, and I can tell you I've tested this because I've had a few of these already. I've tested the different flavors. Not only does this not cause my blood sugar to go up, it keeps it level and it actually drops it down slightly. 3 or 4 points. So don't use it to drop blood sugar down, but it absolutely does not raise my blood sugar. And it's pretty darn good. So I'm a huge advocate. Ease, convenience, easy to use. They work and promote our space. And I'm very loyal to the people that work in our space. But I find, quite frankly, the convenience of these little packages plus the taste to be really, really cool. And that stuff is good. Man, it's the first time I've had their green tea. That stuff is solidly good. So you may see me sipping on this instead of my coffee. Now, I'll always be loyal to my coffee, but man, this is good, guys. So if you're out to lunch, if you are out to dinner, and you order a glass of water, you get a glass of water, it's going to cost you nothing. Instead of $3 or $4 for a Coke or a Diet Coke, toss this in there. It's damn good, and you can drink it hot or cold. Cheers. Man, James, you know what? This stuff, it's the first time I've had the ingredient. This stuff is so good. You know, I do these ads as a kind of little conflict, but man, this stuff is, wow, it's very good. You should try. I'll make you one in a few minutes. After the next video, I'm going to have another one. Peak. Very cool. You're not recording this, are you?
Yeah.
You are recording it? Oh, shit. Okay, we may have to do it as an outtake, because this stuff is good. All right, man.